Yeah, it really is dreary in here. Compared to how splendid my house looks on the outside, the foyer sure is kind of plain, isn't it? Maybe I should put something here? Yes, some one-of-a-kind, sophisticated decoration. Although I can't imagine that the general stores in the human village would have anything suited for my refined palate. I suppose that means I'll just have to make something myself. Fortunately, I have an excellent sense of design. My mastery of crafting techniques truly comes in handy at times like this.
Please cut it out, Your Highness.
Oh, Tojiko. Cut what out?
You're thinking about making something again, aren't you?
Ah, you caught me. You caught me.
Your thoughts leaked right off these loose lips of yours. I'll put it clearly. Please don't think about cluttering this space of solitude with any bizarre stuff made with that outrageous taste you're so proud of.
A little harsh.
Here's what Nyang Yang said.
Ah, yeah. I thought that rude phrasing sounded like her. Not that it'll stop me, though.
Just so you know, Futo and I are fed up with it too.
We'd be too embarrassed to show any guests around the house with that type of thing enshrined in the foyer.
You mean divine type? A little too holy for you.
The intense appearance of the Mask of Hope is already dragging your dignity through the mud, alright? If you accumulate any more sins, what then? Now then, I think I got the message across. I need to start making dinner soon. I'll call you 10 minutes ahead of time, so please wash your hands properly, okay?
Damn it. For a wife type, you sure act like a mom.
It wouldn't have to be like this if the head of the household didn't insist on acting like a child.
Snap, let me say. Those insolent words and attitudes towards me, Prince Shoutoku, I'd correct them post-haste, or else I shall immediately run away from home.
I'm telling you to grow up. Do I really need to break it down step by step before you understand?
Wah, Tojiko, you dummy.
For dinner, okay? Give me a break.
Everyone around me has been acting strange lately. And Seigo was always like that, but even Tojiko and Fudo's gotten way too blunt. And on top of that, they treat me like a child. Was I always treated like this? No, I am Prince Shoutoku. With my extraordinary talents, I attained many great achievements while commanding the envy and respect of the people however I wished. But looking at the situation these days, did I perhaps drop it somewhere? Something that used to be overflowing inside me, something that I now must have lost. That... no good. I've always had bad memory with Western words, even though I've been trying to speak American to deal with the time difference.
I can't find it. I must have dropped it somewhere. My charisma...
Yeah, that's it, charisma!
Oh, you must be the sea-border prince.
Now there's a name I don't hear often. I'm Toyosatomimi no Miko. You must be the head of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Remilia, blue.
No, not blue. It's scarlet. Also, I really can't deal with running water. I'm a vampire, right?
5 retorts to 1 jab. Must have hit a nerve there.
You just surprised me. I didn't expect the first thing to come out of Prince Shoutoku's mouth to be a joke.
Says the walking definition of making her appearance with a joke, huh? Although, Miss Scarlet, seeing you up close, you truly are even more lovely than I'd heard. Had we met in the era when I was still human, I'm sure I couldn't have taken my eyes off you.
Are you the sort of person who can say cringe-worthy lines like that without batting an eye?
The honest sort, aren't you? But isn't it funny? To be honest, I'm walking around with a lot on my mind. I wanted to improve my mood with a joke, even if it was just so-so. Speaking of which, miss, why were you wandering around in the middle of the night?
You can call me Remilia. I don't mind. I figured I'd draw a picture to brighten a bleak hallway, but Ame completely shot it down and pissed me off. I went out to get some fresh night air.
Oh no, the same thing as me. I can definitely sympathize.
That damn Sakuya seems to think of me as some 500-year-old child.
Looking at the designs of Milady's spell cards, I could just about imagine what you want to draw. Your horrible naming sense. It wouldn't really matter to me if you hung that in the hallway, but the young mistress couldn't call her friends over anymore. It would break my heart to see that after she finally became able to go outside. As her big sister, you have to think about what's best for her, don't you?
I got really mad without thinking. Gave her a good kick and flew out of the mansion. You shouldn't hand a canvas to the hybrid of a middle schooler and a kindergartner. Isn't something to say to your mistress now, is it?
Couldn't graduate elementary if your life depended on it, huh? Sounds like you might be able to understand how I feel, though.
Right. You said you had something pressing on your mind?
It's about that thing you were looking for in the field just now. Everything was still fine as I won great fame, forged the Shoutoku legend, and passed into fantasy. But following a certain incident, my flawless aesthetic sense started getting insulted, I was getting called Papa. Before I knew it, my subordinates started acting like they were my caretakers. I can only assume that my charisma has taken a grave blow.
Oh young grasshopper, not used to breaks yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
It just makes me nostalgic. There may have been days that I, too, got anxious after a single slip-up. But that's just naive, isn't it? It's merely a serious disease, right?
Merely?
In my day, I've already shown the world countless mistakes. Every single break worn down my charisma little by little, until finally.
Mr. Cisco is most greatly consumed.
Even if you said that to me, I wouldn't feel anything anymore. The real game starts after your charisma has been smashed to pieces. Understand, Yagata?
I get it, so please don't make wearing abbreviations of my name. But charisma break, huh? It's pretty hard to simply accept. Being so talented and an imperial prince, I've lived my whole life being needed by people.
Aren't you just causing yourself pain by clinging onto that necessary self of yours? After all, being such a super talented super mistress and devil, I could make myself useful in innumerable ways. But, to begin with, we are multifaceted polyhedrons. Gensokyo's leading charisma yokai, proud master of the night, disillusioned loser, blood-sucking brat, legal lolly, number one devoted mistress. Some on that list were written along with my charisma, but thanks to that, I started to think. What do I, myself, want to be? I vowed to use the power that I had to protect my precious family.
Remilia, you really are.
That moment, the Crown Prince's eardrums rang with a tremendous force. The sigh that escaped the young vampire could have seemed like just another bit of self-deprecation after finishing a long, embarrassing line, but there was no way her ridiculous hearing would miss the almost howling desire hidden underneath.
I can hear it.
Huh? Was that charismatic or what? Blowing myself by talking about my own breaks has an amazing senpai-like vibe. It wasn't on purpose, but this must be what those who humble themselves will be exalted means. Awesome, no matter how you cut it, even if she's lost. If I can get Prince Shoutoku to spread the word that Remilia's charisma around the human village, about this wannabe charisma lesson.
No, totally. I wanted to say, don't you have plenty of charisma and jumbled words, but I guess that's life for you. Trying to judge people's worth without first looking at the true nature really brings shame to the Shoutoku name. More importantly, I just decided this, but starting today, I have acknowledged you as a comrade. Yes, you and I are break buddies. Quitting first is forbidden, we shall walk in lockstep to reclaim our charisma.
Just like the first iron rule of the Old Maids Club.
No getting married before me, okay?
Oh, like I had any candidates.
We're both the same. You and I must focus on rising up together. Well, let's just start out as friends, okay? Well.
Scary. What are you proposing all of a sudden? What is this one of thought?
You say that, but your face tells a different story.
Tojiko?
I don't know where you came from, young lady, but you've got some guts trying to seduce the Crown Prince.
I'd say she's the one seducing here. What could she be planning by confessing out of nowhere in the middle of a conversation? I can understand the feeling of being driven mad by Milady's cuteness, but she already belongs to me, okay?
No, I don't. What are you doing here anyway?
Jeez, isn't it obvious?
Dinner was ready, but you still weren't home, so I came to look for my kid.
She's my